whenever you're ready, Jacob, go ahead.
Have you ever thought that it would be a waste of time to take a foreign language class in high school? American high school students could benefit from a second language and should take a foreign language class. A secondary language could help a person to better understand a different culture. It could benefit a person's mental ability, and it could help an individual in the future. According to Kat Devlin, a research analyst for Pew Research Centers and author of the article, Learning Foreign Language a Must in Europe, Not So in America, only 25% of American adults claim to speak a language other than English. And if you'll please look at your handout. As you can see, compared to the European countries shown up at the top, America on that one is shown to only have about 20% of people who speak a different language. So we have a very low rate of bilingualism. You can put those away. So the lack of American bilinguals does not lessen the significance of learning a second language. The most obvious benefit of learning a secondary language, or a language other than the individual's home language, is that you get at least a basic understanding of another language. Understanding at least a little bit of another language could possibly be useful in a situation where someone else is speaking that language, obviously. And as learning a second language may help an individual gain insight into the culture of the language that they are learning. Because generally foreign language classes mix in parts of the culture of the language that they're learning in with the language being taught. Knowledge of a second language may help an individual with intercultural communication, which Julia Wood, a doctor of communication and author of Communication Mosaics, describes as communication between individuals from different cultures. This knowledge could be especially useful if the language that the individual, or the culture that the individual was communicating with was the one that they learned the language to. Furthermore, knowledge of a secondary language may help an individual with person-centeredness, which Wood describes as the ability to perceive a person as an individual instead of just another part of a larger group. Besides the obvious benefits, there are many other bonuses that that a secondary language can improve upon. Knowledge of a secondary language can improve upon many aspects of people's lives. According to Karen Heimbuller, a psycholinguistic and author of the article Multiple Language Uses Influences Oculomotor Task Performance, Neurophysiological Evidence of a Shared Substate Between Language and Motor Control, the use of a secondary language may be able to improve motor control. Viorica Marian, a doctor of communication scientist and writer of the article Cognitive Benefits of Being Bilingual, states that bilingualism often, or bilinguals often perform better than monolinguals on tasks that require inhibitory control, which Marian describes as the ability to ignore irrelevant information in favor of the relevant. Marian also states that bilingual people may be able to process information in their environment more easily, and therefore make it easier for them to learn new things. According to Marian, bilingualism also slows the natural aging of cognitive function. So, Marian stated in a study of bilinguals diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease, on average, bilinguals showed the symptoms of it 5.1 years later than people who only knew one language. Not all of these benefits, or not all the benefits of a secondary language come immediately, though. Learning a second language may help a person in the future. Many colleges require foreign language credits to apply for schools. And one reason that a person may argue that they should not be required to take a foreign language is that they are sure of what career they want or what they want to become, and they are certain that it will not require a foreign language to do it. But if a person in this situation refused to take a foreign language and then switch their careers, it probably would have been easier for them to just have taken it in high school. Another reason why people are often reluctant to take foreign language classes is because in reality, many people who do know a secondary language learn it in their home rather than in school, but that doesn't mean that you can't learn it in a school. Many jobs may not seem like they would require a foreign language. For example, someone thinking of pursuing a career in, say, engineering may not want to waste their time learning a foreign language because it does not seem relevant to their job choice. what someone from this situation may not realize is that a job that may seem entirely focused on math may actually require a lot of communication, oftentimes with people of different nationalities. On average, learning a foreign language may open career opportunities that would not have been available without it. And on average, bilinguals get paid slightly more than monolinguals do, but part of that includes people who have English as their secondary language, which would make obvious reasons you'd get paid more if you could speak the language to the people you're working with. There are many simple things that people can do to convince others to take foreign language classes. The easiest thing to do is to simply spread awareness and to explain to others why they should take a foreign language. Another way a person could do this is to lead by example and go ahead and take a class that teaches a foreign language. A secondary language could help a person to better understand a different culture. It could benefit a person's mental ability, and it could help an individual in their future. American high school students could benefit from a secondary language and should take a foreign language class. Although in the short run, a foreign language may seem like a waste of time, the benefits could easily outweigh the negatives.
Thank you very much. It's been a round of applause.